One more question, then we'll open up the floor if you guys have questions. But look, some of you have touched on it, but if you could summarize two things that stand out that have made you successful in the video business. Two of the top things.
I already said, do good work and stick with it. Longevity and stick to your quality. Don't let something go out the door. A lot of times what I'll do is my editor will show me something, and if during the process of watching it he has to justify something, that's going to look a little because I didn't have stop. Just stop. You're not going to be there when they watch it, and you can't justify it to them, so fix it. If you aren't proud to show it to your mother, then I'm not taking it to them. So send good work out the door, and you'll make a good living.
Mm-hmm. And I'd say amen to that. Someone will say, well, what is your low-end package? And I'll say I really don't have one because everything I do has to be top quality. When people see one of my videos, they don't know if it was a $2,000 video or a $200 video. They just know that I did it. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure that it's really the best that I can do. So I would say quality has to be number one. There's no such thing as a second-rate video, if you're going to really stay in business. The second thing, though, is communication. And this is where I really have learned a lot from my wife, because if I'm running late on a project, she's the first one that'll say, have you called this person? Mm-hmm. So I think if you can be more proactive as far as letting people know where projects are, and if you're running behind and things like that, I think that's a very, very important thing. And people are very forgiving, but they're not so forgiving if you never answer the phone.
Well, certainly do good work, and I'm still trying to do my best wedding. I'm trying to make the next one that I do and every one that I do the best one that I've done. So exceed the expectations. They've seen your work, and that's not always easy to do. But try and give them something that is personal enough that it just came out better than they even thought it was going to. And I'd say a key to that, and this goes for corporate video as much as it does personal event video, I believe, is to try and capture some emotion and create some emotional impact. I saw a man cry in his office today, and it was for a nonprofit, but it was a business-related video, if you will.
It was a treasure right after you gave him his bill. That's right.
No, I absolutely agree. Do good work, but always remember that content is king, and capture those emotions: the hugging, the kissing, the crying, all the emotions. I mean, people can get into this business so easy today. They all have to do is buy a Mac. And it's got all the software they need preloaded into their Mac, and they can do work like we do. The only difference between us and the guy who buys a Mac is that we have some experience. We have some creativity. We know what to do with the tools that are available to us. And it's just having the confidence to go out there and do it. And if I have one key to my business is that I'm consistent. Sometimes I'm brilliant, not often, but sometimes I'm brilliant, and most of the time I'm totally consistent. I can't think of a single bride who has been disappointed. Some are better than others. Some have more energy than others. I can go to a wedding and they can spend $1,000 on all the decorations, and if the people are there and they want to have fun and they have a good time, my job is easy. Or I can go to a wedding that they spend $100,000 on, and if everybody's cold and plastic, it's tough. It's very difficult. So it's just knowing what to do with the equipment and knowing how to capture all those emotions. That's all it is.
Well, I think one of the keys that we've really tried to focus is on being willing to change. Mentioned earlier about how equipment has changed, but not just that, just styles. If you think of how things were done 15, 20 years ago, it's such a radical change, and now we're talking about these new cameras that are the Canon cameras and what they can do, and I think just that willingness to say, I know this is another painful thing and I got to learn something new, but just taking that and saying we have to be willing to change, we have to adapt, we have to take a look at what the market is doing and not be afraid of it. Make mistakes, get out there. And I think the other thing is, I don't know what, maybe 5 years ago, I really saw that, I don't think we're ever going to be the best. I mean, our work is good, but we're probably not going to win WEVA awards. I'll probably enter everyone. But one thing that we can do is just give great customer service. And we talk a lot about that. I've read a lot of books about it, and I feel real passionate that, if we can just go above what the customer is expecting, if they expect this and we go above it, we're gonna have referrals. People are gonna see that. So I think across the boards we really try to give really good customer service.